Warriors, what's good? We back at it on the night walk. Man, just wanted to take time to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Which is what I'm just going to say a few things about. Of course, still Men's Mental Health Month. We're still talking about the mind, but we're going to change gears a little bit. Being a father, I just got to just say, man, like for me personally, outside of all of the challenges that I've had in my life, that being a father is the greatest experience that I've had the opportunity in my life. Love my babies. You know, I truly do. My daughter, who's 12, can't believe she's 12 years old, but she has truly helped me to become the man that I've always wanted to be and continue to grow into. And why is that? I mean, I've learned so many things about being a father beyond what I thought I knew, beyond what I've even seen growing up, being a father myself. So, all right, let's get to it. So, my message is for everyone, but in particular for young fathers. Because it's difficult being a young father, man. Especially first-time father, or you're young and you're still trying to establish yourself, or whatever the case may be. And I just want to share with you a few things that I've learned on this journey. Trying to get my thoughts together. So, as a man, naturally, real men are providers and protectors. This is who we are. This is our nature. But what I've come to learn as I've continued to mature and come into wisdom, that goes beyond the monetary value. Of course, you gotta make money to provide certain things for your child, which is nothing wrong with that. That's actually an awesome thing, you know what I mean? I love spoiling my girls. But being a provider and a protector goes beyond just providing clothes, somewhere to live, or protection. And this also goes for if you have a significant other, being a provider and a protector. Your ability to provide and protect their mind, their body, and their spirit. And for you to be able to do this, it's going to require you to come into higher levels of understanding, deeper levels of understanding about who you are, your mind, the way it works. You keeping your body physically fit a certain way, feeding your spirit a certain way. So then at that point, you can be a better provider to your significant other, if you have one, but most importantly to your seed, to your child. Now, this conversation can go a lot of different ways, which is why I had to collect my thoughts, because I'm going to try to make it real tight tonight. We're not going to go too deep, too long. But if you're not taking care of your body, doing the things that you need to do physically for yourself, eating right, keeping the vices to a minimum, and not physically healthy, then you won't even be around to be a provider or protector. And of course, you want to be as physically fit as possible. Not that you're looking for no drama, but if it comes, you need to be ready for it. My personal opinion, men should be dangerous. That's just what I personally believe. You don't have to believe the same thing, but I'm going to stay dangerous to the day I die. Because people think twice about messing with people who are dangerous. It allows you to keep the peace when you operate from a certain level of humility, knowing what you're capable of, but not looking to use it. But if it comes, have at it. Provider. Yes, like I said, the monetary value, but how do you feed somebody's spirit? How do you nurture their mind? And I think these are some of the more important things that get overlooked and discredited and minimized because of the world we live in. But I can tell you for sure, it is extremely important to be able to do this as the protector and provider over those that you're responsible for. Now, many of you know this, so, take it with a grain of salt or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I'm talking to the young father, because I remember. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So if you're with your significant other, man, what a blessing. You know what I mean? What a blessing that you and your lady together and you guys are going to create this beautiful family for you and your children. I'm telling you, man, hats off, blessings to you. Blessings, 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 blessings to you. Now, if you're not with the parent of your child and you're co-parenting, and that woman's trying to work with you, bruh, work with her. Please, work with her. If she's trying to work with you, work with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about you guys anymore. It's about that child. Okay? Just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If they're trying to work with you on some level, work with them. We'll pass the BS. Do what you need to do for your child. Because that's your seed. You have to. That's your responsibility. Now, for those of us that don't have those type of situations where we're dealing with someone that can be difficult, whatever the reasons, we're not going to go down the laundry list because this is Father's Day, so we're not going to give all that energy. But if you have a child with someone that's not willing to work with you, no excuses. You're going to have to do what you got to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, you got to do what you got to do, whatever you can do. And I get it, and these type of situations, they make it difficult for you to see a child. There's a lot of slander that comes against your name in front of your child, all kinds of craziness. But this is what I can tell you, man. If you are relentless about being consistent in your approach to let your child know that you love them and daddy's going to be there regardless, even if you can't be there physically at the moment for whatever reason, they will appreciate it. It is detrimental to the psyche. And this is going back to that whole thing about providing and protecting. Situations happen, So doing whatever you can do to make sure that your child knows that you're there for them, you'll be blessed for it. Trust me. God will bless you. If you're not able to talk to them, stay in contact with the teachers. Email them. Find out what's going on with them in school. The teachers will be glad to talk to you. Trust me, I know. Find out who the principal is. Have a conversation with the principal, because your child's there most of the day, every day. So if you don't have the opportunity to talk to them any other way, this is one way you can find out what's going on with your child. That's if they're in school, of school age. You gotta hold your ground in truth. Not allow yourself to get manipulated by a toxic situation. And sometimes you may, but you're gonna have to regroup. You may not want to hear this, but if you guys can't work it out as adults, because I feel you don't really feel like you should have to get the courts involved in your life when you're a mature adult and the other parent's supposed to be a mature adult, where you guys are supposed to be able to come to a conclusion about what is important for the child outside of your emotions and what you feel personally. Sometimes it's not like that. If it's not, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I'm telling you, get on the papers, bruh. Child support. Now, they might not do what they're supposed to do. I get it. And the truth is, when you're on child support, you're going to kick out a lot more money, because you're still going to be providing for your child's shoes, clothes, whatever. Courts don't really want to care about what that parent is doing with the funds or what. Don't even get into this. Like I said, God is looking. If you believe in a higher power, it will all come back to you. And eventually, your child will know that you were doing your absolute best to be relentless about staying in their life, which shows them that you love them, you care about them, and you don't want your child to feel abandoned. And things change. One of the things that helped me was prayer. I pray all the time. There have been seasons where I haven't been able to talk to my daughter or see my daughter, and after being in her life every single day up until the age of when she was 7, and things fell apart for me, and just kind of spoke about that before, and the short end of the stick that I got, yeah, it was difficult, man. You know, not too many things affect me, but my baby, yeah, cried like a baby, a lot. Not even boohoo crying, just tears is leaking. I can't even explain to you why I'm crying. But yeah, hurt. Because I never had anything to love me as much as my little girl. And it was extremely painful to be away from her. And I had to develop incredible strength and increase my faith beyond what I ever knew I would have to be capable of doing. But because I did it, the end result of who I am and who I continue to grow into, I'm seeing that my child sees that. I'm also seeing that God is answering my prayers. He keeps my child. I'm not going to go into any particular situations, but God keeps my child from very toxic, detrimental, unfortunate, toxic situations that me personally, I would never allow. But you know, I have my own accountability in this. Yes, there were some things that I didn't know as a young father about myself or the person I was dealing with or how life goes. It's life. We learn some tough lessons. But that doesn't mean that life is over. Because I know some of you probably feel like life is over. Like you have completely fucked your life up. Yes, you have to a degree, but you can get it back together. Trust me. If I'm telling you, You can do it. You can do it. But it's going to take an incredible amount of focus and discipline and character not to want to act a certain type of way that's not going to be beneficial to you, because all you're doing is lowering your vibration. I can remember when I was a younger father talking to a brother, and he told me, he said, look, you keep the bar here. No matter what they decide to do, if they live like this, you keep your bar here. Because in the end, your child is going to be able to benefit from that at some point in time. And you got to trust that and know that. And continue to do what you need to do as a father. Beyond your emotions, beyond how you feel like you're getting treated dirty, what's the best for your child? What's the best for your child? If you're not willing to do it for your child, what is life for, man? What are we doing this for? You know, for selfish gain? For narcissistic tendencies? It teaches you to be selfless. And then also as a father, you're not always going to be liked. Because you're required to do the tough things. Make the tough decisions. To be honest. I don't mean you got to be evil about it. But you got to take the high road. But you also have to be very honest. Be logical. Your child is looking for that correction from you. Looking for you to be that strong pillar. Looking for you to be able to stand on truth. Looking for you to be the hero in their life that you know that you can be. And it don't mean that you got to be a Billy Badass, but yo, you got to be able to stand on truth, man. Even when everything is against you. Even when everybody talking about you. Saying that you ain't this, you ain't that. Trust me, all that changed, bruh. The proof is in the pudding. So don't get caught up in none of that. Just continue to do what you're supposed to do as a father. Don't retaliate. Do your best not to lose your character by not putting yourself in situations that are going to require you to lose your character. Because I know, if you put yourself there, you're gone. You can lose it just like that. Because it's a very sensitive situation. And in the end, you will be victorious. Because people can't fight against themselves all the time. Especially if you move into a higher vibration, you continue to learn more about yourself. You continue to act from a higher vibration that causes your character to be seen in a certain way where they know they can't even bring that crap to you. Especially if you're doing right by your child. They can't fight that. You just want to do right by your child. Just keep it there. In the beginning, there might be, you already know. But you just keep it right there. No, I'm just going to do what I need to do for my child. Don't let fear captivate you, because it's very easy to get into a very fearful place of like, man, if I do this, then they're going to... No, just do what you need to do for your child. Do what you need to do for your child. And that's what being a father is about, man. And although I don't really get to see my daughter as much as I would love to, still love being a dad. It's the best thing in the world. Hearing her little voice, every time I get to talk to her, every time I get to see her. And it still makes me want to be a better person. So it's still the greatest blessing I have in my life. The other thing that I've kind of noticed being a father is that I think for me, I've been very fortunate to have girls. I want a son. Maybe God will bless me with a son one day, but I'm not sure I was ready for a son. I would have probably tried to make him be like the old version of me. Not saying that he's not going to have to be tough. He's going to definitely have to be tough, because that's just the way the world is for young men. Got to be tough. Not that young ladies don't have to be tough, but as a young male, you got to be tough. Period. I think I'm a little bit more balanced now. So those of you who have sons, Yes, you have to be stern with your son. Don't let him be weak. Don't baby him. But it's okay to love him too, man. It's okay to let him know, like, if he hurt, it's okay. Let it out. Let's deal with this, because a lot of times we don't know how to deal with our emotions, and we don't allow little boys to deal with their emotions, which is not cool. You know, you're causing trauma. Don't do that. Even though you're tough, you're not as tough as you think you are all the time, and definitely not when you were a child. And if you're acting like that, it's a clear sign that you're still dealing with some trauma. So yes, teach him to be tough. Yes, you're gonna have to be stern, but give him a hug, man. Let him know that Pops love him. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message for this evening. Being a provider and protector, not only over like the monetary things, but over spirit, mind, body, which means you're gonna have to be up to par on those things yourself. What are you doing to feed your spirit? If you're not feeding your spirit, how can you feed theirs? How can you protect their spirit? How can you protect their mind if you don't know how to protect your own? And that goes without saying for the body and just those monetary things as well. So this is my message to all of you. Salute to all the incredible fathers that I know, because I know quite a few. I'm impressed with every one of you, young, my peers, or older. I salute every one of you, man. We don't get celebrated enough. We're not looking for it, but, you know, I'm just taking a moment to make sure that you guys know, man, nothing move without us. So, happy Father's Day. Enjoy your day, and if you get the time to spend time with your children, just love on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing more powerful than love. Peace.